It's the Daily Drama Podcast with Stephen Bradford, presented by dailydrama.com, the ultimate site for the ultimate soap viewer. Let's give everybody credit. You guys are all ultimate.
You are the ultimate for sure.
That's right. We got recaps, storyline, recaps, spoilers, commentary, stories,
content, everything
access.
you need.
Stephen Bradford. Make sure you get on the email list over there at dailydrama.com because giveaways are coming up. They're going to be ongoing, but the first one is coming up soon. So go to dailydrama.com/giveaway. There's merch from your favorite shows. There's virtual meet and greets with us.
Yeah,
some of our holiday merch.
Holiday merch too. Yeah,
that's right.
That's flying off the shelves, by the way.
Whoa, look out. Look out. This weekend, we're going to be in Chicago, in Milwaukee, doing our holiday show.
Yes, sir. Cannot wait.
And then a couple weeks later, we're in Nashville, Boston, Albany, Bridgeport, Levittown, Philadelphia, New Brunswick. Look out. And then Sacramento and Irvine, California.
Yeah, can't wait. It's busy holiday season for us.
That's right. All of our dates are at stonecoldandthejackal.com. Today, we're going to talk Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
On screen and off.
Ooh, you got some surprises for me?
We'll see.
Okay.
Stevie B!
Bradford Anderson!
Yo, dude!
I know we do the pre-roll, but it sounds like we should be like Daily Drama with Stephen Bradford Anderson, ladies and gentlemen.
Should it be grander?
A crowd. I think it needs to be grander with a crowd cheering, applause in the background.
Well, you know what? Next live show we have, we'll record the crowd and then use.
Yeah,
that.
we should for sure. Chicago is going to be fire. By the way,
we're
going to Chicago. We're going to Milwaukee. Chicago's been sold out for like weeks.
I think it has. Yeah,
like weeks.
And we've never done our holiday show there, so I'm really excited.
Amazing. It's always a great crowd, and the venue, there is like the ceiling's kind of low.
Yeah,
it's kind of deep, but people are up on you.
Yeah,
so the energy's always awesome.
It sizzles.
Yeah,
it's
just like
the room sizzles.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Chicago. Thank you, by the way, for selling us out, and you're going to get a great show because we're so excited. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
But Milwaukee, that'll be a beautiful room for the holiday show.
Oh man, that is a beautiful room for sure.
Beautiful room.
Milwaukee was a great place. We just haven't been to Chicago for a while. The Zanies, we haven't been to Zanies for a couple of years, maybe. Seems like it, year and a half, somewhere in there. I
don't think we were there in 2023. We haven't been there at all this year for sure.
Yeah. And Milwaukee's a great venue. Just super easy. Awesome.
Just beautiful. So, well, last week was Thanksgiving. I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving, Steve.
I did. Did you?
I did. It was lovely. Just like quiet at home.
Good.
Yeah. But it's funny when we do our holiday show, we bring up some of the holiday traditions that have happened on our shows. And I think people watch soap operas because of the relationships, the families. And during the holidays, they get to see those families live out their traditions. And then as soon as we even say that, people are like, pizza.
Yeah. So please don't yell pizza until I'm done with my story, ladies and gentlemen. Because every time, Thanksgiving, the Quartermaine's pizza. I'm like, okay, calm down. But it's true. That became a Quartermaine family tradition.
Yes.
I know we probably should do some trivia here, but I didn't know the exact year. But
well, you came on in 91 or 92?
I came in 91. Yeah.
91.
January 91.
So do you remember a Thanksgiving before 1994?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So did you?
I mean, I don't remember specific details, but it was always a big deal for the Quartermaines,
Right. So before the dog and the pizza, did you guys, was there successful Thanksgivings?
That I couldn't answer, buddy.
That's what I'm curious. Like,
all I remember is that we were all together as actors and having fun.
Right.
Because usually we have, the Quartermaines are crazy and wacky. We had more fun off camera. Also,
well, there was a couple times
on camera.
Well, so I watched the 94, the first one.
Oh, you did?
And like, and
So
you're in,
that was 1994. That's when the pizza started.
that's what it says.
Okay,
That's what the internet says.
okay, we should believe it.
That's right. So number one, your sweater is incredible. Horizontal stripes, V-neck with a white T-shirt underneath.
What am I, Charlie Brown? What's going on over here?
But it was like thin stripes. No, it was on trend. But
Okay.
like there was a couple times where your smile seemed, and I didn't know you back then, obviously, so I don't know what your sense of humor was, but your smile was, it felt maybe like Steve was smiling too.
Oh, probably.
Well, when you're holding a duck. Well, because so
we're gonna have to do a rewatch on this, can we?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is for primarily audio medium. You guys are seeing us on YouTube, but this is on audio as well. So we were thinking about actually doing a rewatch, but but then hearing TV noise over while you're driving to work in the car while you're listening to our podcast is not so great. But so Lucy's there with the duck. Reggie, I guess maybe they were going to cook the duck.
Reginald,
right.
yeah.
Reggie looks like he should have been, like he could have been on Perfect Strangers instead of
totally. Yeah. That's Stephen K.
Awesome.
Yeah, Stephen K. was awesome. Yeah, he became a huge director, by the way.
No kidding, really?
Oh yeah, he a huge director.
Amazing.
Yeah, he just directed Yellowstone.
So he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, but if you look at his IMDb, dude, he's directed everything. You'd be like, what? He became a big film director first. He did Get Carter with Stallone.
Oh my gosh.
And then he started doing TV episodics and big ones. So yeah, he was awesome though.
That's
he awesome. And I would play video games, dude. It was amazing. Like
with
all
like
the
a
time.
huge joystick or what?
No, not that big, but yeah, it was fun. It was always fun.
So what kind of struck me was like Lucy's monologues, by the way. I mean, I know but like those are 4 or 5 page scenes, and she is like making everyone in the room uncomfortable and doing all the talking, and everyone's just looking at her sideways, and she's just going off. And I'm like,
oh, she was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a beast for sure.
So, and
that's probably why they gave her the nurse's ball.
Because she can hold court like that?
She can hold court, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But
especially with all those characters.
Yeah.
You better be on your game time.
That was a really well-behaved duck, by the way.
You're so funny.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, there's a duck in a cage, like a huge bird cage, and there's a full-size duck in there.
Yeah.
And everyone's just passing it off. Like she gives it to Edward. Edward gives it to you. You give it to your dad. Stuart starts bringing it to the couch. I'm like, I'm not sure I'm not sure if you can do that. Like, I guess you can. Like, I don't know. Like, was anybody worried about the duck? And then all the quack jokes that you guys make, that was something else.
Okay, great. I can't wait to do this rewatch.
All right. So, okay. But so then the Seinfeld music starts playing. Dum, 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 dum. Like
That's
anytime
so funny,
something funny happened, right? Like the dum, 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 dum.
Yeah.
But so I mean, this all happened. The first thing, because everyone gets mad at each other. Edward's like, nobody cares about the company. Ned, you want to go to Puerto Rico to see Lois? No, you should all on your on company time. We should oust you. And then Lila's like, settle down, everybody. And then piano music starts playing. She's like, we should be thankful. We're the most, we're such privilege. Like, and then that's when the dog goes in and starts licking some taters.
Okay.
Licking some taters, and then walks out with the turkey leg. And
was there a great chase on the turkey there?
A great chase?
Because I remember some episodes when, because obviously it happened all the time, that we were all chasing Annabelle at some point.
Not this
time. Chasing her. Okay.
Not this time, or that I could see. There was just like a 10-minute YouTube cut of this. And anyway, so that a couple of other things that stood out to me was, do you still remember the words to "We Gather Together"?
No.
Well, John Ingle and Stuart Damon.
Yes.
They had booming voices.
They did.
They even sang over Eddie Main.
Wow. And Eddie Main, Ned Quartermaine, he was the guy who said, pizza, anyone? He made it. He started that whole tradition.
That's right.
So
now a couple questions
I do remember singing that. I remember that that part of the show though. Yeah.
Does anyone like so we're about to go through some of the years of this, and
Yeah.
Cook is mentioned quite a lot. Is Cook ever
I love
seen?
this. I don't think Cook was ever seen.
Right.
No one knows who Cook is. And what's the guy's name? He was the original butler at the Quartermaines.
The character name?
Yeah. Can you do some Jacqueline real quick?
Well, how long?
He was before Reginald. I believe he was related to Reginald. Reginald was related to him.
Oh,
There's a little history there, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Reginald was related to somebody.
okay. Let me click on
And
Reginald and see. Reginald Jennings, Stephen K. Yes.
Jennings, yeah. Who's the
storylines. Okay.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh gosh, I know the name. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Reginald also dated the Corinthos nanny Letitia. When did that happen?
Ooh, watch out now.
He poisoned Catherine Bell in September? Wow, Reginald. He tripped on a baby toy and hurt his back in 2003. Reginald was still there in 2003?
He was very funny, dude. They gave him a lot of stuff.
Wow. Okay, in 2004, after Reginald takes a bad fall at the mansion, they hire Dobson as his temporary replacement. In actuality, Dobson was secretly Alexis Davis in disguise?
Yes.
Reginald never returned and was later said to have left town on a world cruise. Okay. Relationships.
On a directing cruise.
His parents were Reginald and Lucinda Jennings. His romances. And his aunts and uncles were Jennings.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe it was Jennings.
Oh, it was Jennings. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. I love that.
Yes, when the Quartermaine's previous butler, Jennings.
Yes, Jennings. That's why it said so. Yes. Jennings. Yes, Frank Kilmond played Jennings.
Retired to Europe. He sent his nephew, Reginald, to be their replacement.
There you go. I knew it.
But I
remembered something.
I see. But that's their last name, so that's why they called him Jennings. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. So
would you like to have a butler?
I don't think so.
If you had that much money, what are we talking about here? Quartermaine money. What's the net worth of the Quartermaines, you think?
I mean, what's the business that nobody really knows? ELQ. What does ELQ do?
Oh, a bunch of holdings, whatever they say, right?
Sure.
So what do you think?
Couple hundred million?
Ooh, probably. Let's see. I'll see if there's a
50 million in the 80s.
There's a guess out there.
I don't know. What's Butler money in the 80s?
I don't know. I was trying to find it, but whatever.
Yeah.
But would you have a butler?
I don't think I would. I mean, I understand the like a personal assistant, but a butler is like someone that puts out your clothes and stuff, right? Or no, that's a valet. But like,
yeah, what does a butler do? They just do anything.
Well, butler is like the head of the household staff, right? Like so.
So yeah, because that's you watch the Downton
Abbey, right? Downton Abbey, like upstairs, downstairs. So the upstairs staff, which the butler like with the valets and the dressers, but the butler is like the forward facing person of the whole staff. That
got you. So you wouldn't just have
staff.
A butler.
I guess you could, but you would.
But then he's doing all the He's
doing all the other stuff too.
Okay. So basically it's a personal assistant now.
I think so.
At today's age.
And okay. I get that. I'm just not a great delegator.
Yeah.
I think in order to have
you kind of want to do stuff yourself too.
I do.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Delegation though leads to better things sometimes.
Yeah.
But go ahead. What were you saying?
Okay. So first pizza was delivered, but then Cook gave it an extra crisp at 500 degrees, which was an interesting.
Oh.
I feel like pizza is a higher degree than 500 degrees. I don't know.
No, it's not. It's about 400.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like some of these pizza ovens get higher anyway.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So the next year, Cook prepares an expensive duck for dinner.
Ooh.
But when Lucy shows up, having owned a pet duck, who I think we saw previous year, she gives a heartfelt speech about the atrocities that the Quartermaines would be committing by indulging. So they are discouraged from Lucy's speech, and Reginald goes to confront Cook to order pizza. So
Okay, let's settle down with the atrocities
of duck eating. Duck is delicious. Let's be real.
Yeah, but listen, the Quartermaines have done worse than eat a duck.
Oh, that's for sure. Right.
That would be top on their list. Oh, you only ate a duck? Cool.
So the next year, it's kind of AJ's fault because Cook has resigned after AJ sullied her kitchen by making a PB&J.
Would that be that might have been Sean Kanan then?
Well, in 94, it certainly was.
Yeah. In 96, I think it might have been. So he made a PB&J and then Reginald tries to order a pizza.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of pizza going on here.
I mean, did Port Charles have like a go-to pizza place?
I don't know.
Did Luke own the pizzeria or something? It feels like something Luke would have owned.
I don't know, but I'm surprised. Maybe there was a name for it, but
because that's the one thing that I couldn't figure out is like,
did Kelly's have pizza?
Oh,
they had like, yeah, I don't know about that food there, bro.
No, dude.
No,
I don't trust that kitchen.
No, I've been in that kitchen. No, I walked through that kitchen many times on the way to set.
It's also like
in there, bro.
It's like a BLT and chowder kind of place. You don't want to eat pizza. I don't know. I just don't trust them making pizza. I feel like the sauce would be too sweet, and it would just be.
Yeah, you couldn't trust it. It wouldn't be. They wouldn't make it from scratch, dude. They'd throw it in the freaking oven.
No, yeah.
But they didn't have Amy's pizza back then, so
that's true.
It wouldn't have worked at all.
So this one is interesting. This is when they tried to. You could tell they tried to make it a little more complex because it sounds like Tracy orders some thieves to come in.
3 men dressed as pilgrims. We got to pull that one up, dude. We got to find that one.
But then I guess the Qs are only carrying $67 in cash. And so, and then the Quartermaines decide to help them by going through all their possessions, trying to get rid of things they don't like, which is actually smart.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Decluttering for the Quartermaines. Right.
But then, and then Emily, Natalia, she walks in the man, she gets caught up, but she tells them they're going to be sorry because her brother's Jason Morgan. So this is after the stone on that. This is after the rock on the head.
Yeah. This is
head on the rock.
AJ drove drunk. Yep. I'm good. They would have been in trouble too.
They get afraid, and as they do, you show up bringing a cooked turkey. I want to see that.
That's nice. That's nice of me.
And so they run out of the door, dropping everything they've stolen, but knock the turkey to the ground.
Oh no! So what should we do, guys?
Well, you discover that a note from the robbers is from Tracy, who set the whole thing up. So
trust Tracy Quartermaine, guys.
So I wonder if you went and got the pizza then, because
on my dirt bike.
Did you? Is that how Jason Morgan gets around on a dirt bike?
Dude, I was a dirt bike kid for a while.
Jason Morgan or Steve Burton?
That was no, man. That's Jason Morgan. That was my first motorcycle was a dirt bike. There's the famous scene is
was it you?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was before.
So the famous scene was when, and we could watch a rewatch on that, is when I drove the dirt bike into the Quartermaine den. After it was my rebellion toward the Quartermaines.
Were you wearing
it was the side, it was wearing my leather jacket. I don't know if I had the leather jacket on. I remember having a t-shirt on.
Was it before you were Jason Morgan though? Because you were probably wearing
No, when I was Jason Morgan.
Oh, you drove a dirt bike.
Yeah. So I had a dirt bike. It was my only, I lived in a box car, drove a dirt bike,
amazing.
Just somebody you'd want to date.
Real prize.
What a catch.
What a catch.
What a catch this guy's going to be. Little brain damage, riding a dirt bike, living in a box car, and doing valet work for Sonny Corinthos. So, what a catch.
To ride that on set, that wasn't that much. That you just had to go in a little bit, right? Just a little.
Yeah, I just had to. Yeah, I was right outside the Quartermaine den, the French doors.
Yeah,
that have had their wear and tear in life, so they got a little more. So,
yeah. Okay.
That was fun though.
All right,
we got off subject there.
So in '99, Edward thought he had thwarted the annual Thanksgiving bust by buying 2 new ovens, but Emily later brings her boyfriend home. I wonder who Emily's boyfriend was at the time. It wasn't Nicholas, right?
I don't know.
To find the Quartermaine sitting down to a pizza dinner after a mishap. So we don't see the mishap. It's just assumed. So then we start getting into the 2010s. I thought maybe this went back further before '94, but apparently not.
It says Emily's boyfriend was Juan Santiago, which was Michael Saucedo. Oh, interesting. Because I just clicked it on the sheet you sent me, and it sent me to that. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm sure it is. So crazy, man.
That is crazy.
Some. We're going way back here for Thanksgiving. Yep.
Okay. In 2000, still trying to avert disaster, he gave Cook the day off and hired the chef from the PC Grill. Alan and Monica were prepared for disaster since Cook never let anyone in her kitchen, and certainly their fears were realized when Cook came home early, kicked the chef out, refused to cook any food. AJ quickly saved the day, came home with several pizzas.
AJ did something good finally.
Well,
but it was yeah, go ahead.
Looks like AJ is kind of the pizza getter.
Well, he is the pizza getter now.
Yeah.
But let me just tell you a story because, I think, are we done with that? The list? Are we done with the list? Yeah, the list is done. Yeah, the list is dead.
Yeah.
The list is bringing the whole show right down in the freaking.
I know.
We're dive bombing.
Yeah, well, because this is stuff people already know. This is educational for us.
But it's educational first, but people like to talk about it because it's fun.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. To celebrate the very first episode of the Daily Drama Podcast with Steve and Brad, we are going to do some giveaways.
We are. We're going to give you some free stuff. These awesome T-shirts that we're going to sign, merch from your favorite shows, books, coffee mugs, and private virtual meet and greet with
us?
With us.
That sounds amazing.
That's right. So go to dailydrama.com/giveaway, and you'll see all the information there. Enter for free.
That's right. And we will announce winners on future episodes of the Daily Drama Podcast with Steve and Brad. So keep listening and keep watching.
So Annabelle, we always joke that, Annabelle 17, how many Annabelles? There's a ton of Annabelles, by the way. There were a ton over the years.
Huge pet cemetery behind the studio.
So one of the things, that's maybe true. I'm not sure. But one of the things that, people would always at the GH studio, Prospect Studios over there. One of the things, it's so funny how actors are, right? Because you've been there long enough now. There's an A lot and a B lot.
Yes.
Okay. So if we're being real,
can we just number them instead of the letters carry a connotation?
A little bit.
I guess 1 and 2 would too,
but if we're being real, and I'm guilty of this too, but if we're being real, it's like a really big Walmart parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So it's a really big parking lot.
Huge.
But it's not that big where it's not that far of a walk from A lot to B lot.
No, it's just
okay.
Yeah.
And you guys could Google it. You could see.
Yeah, you
could probably guess where the A lot is and then where B lot is.
Google satellite.
And everybody's going to do it right now. And because there's usually a chain, that you can't get. You got to get the back gate. You guys, if you Google satellite, you'll see the front gate and the back gate.
Right.
And people in the B lot go in the back gate. And when I wasn't under contract, if you look at that back gate, that's where I would park. When I got the job, I used to park back there because you'd have to come through that way for auditions.
Right.
Right. And I just I'd park on the street, walk up the hill. And then
you'd park up. Oh, okay.
I always like to park outside. Sometimes I didn't like going on the lot. I just I don't know what it was. I would just park right outside the lot and
just walk on.
Sometimes
in the morning that might have saved you time.
Totally. So then I would just start parking back there for a while until I could park on the lot. And then I think it was B lot at the time because I wasn't contract.
Right.
But I could be wrong on that, but things did change. But what I was bringing up was basically everybody, would always try to, in their negotiations, try to get spots closer to the front door. Right. So didn't matter. Like it wasn't that far.
No.
You'd be like, okay, someone left. Who's in A21? Oh, it's open. Oh, okay. I want A21. Okay, great. So it's just funny how people would try to get closer, for some reason, in other shows like Y&R, and days there, people have those spaces that are close to the front door. I guess that's the status, to have, parking close to the front door.
Well, nobody walks in
it.
LA, so
Yeah. Plus,
wants...
I mean, any corporation executives have the front spots. Like,
right. It is totally a status thing. You're right.
It is. It's just so funny. But so, I was moving on up in the world, and I was halfway to the front door from the end of the A lot. I made it halfway.
Right.
And I was like, man, this is amazing. I'm like, whatever the A was, and I'm like, oh, I don't have to walk that far to the front door.
This is mid-90s now. What kind of car were you driving?
Yeah. It was probably, oh boy, I don't even know, dude. Probably a Yukon or some kind of, oversized SUV at the time.
In the mid-90s, SUVs, I guess, maybe?
I had, yeah, probably this was probably late 90s or early 2000s when I started moving my way up.
Sure.
So, but we all loved the parking spots in the A lot. And I remember I wasn't late. I was running late to work, and it was the Thanksgiving show.
Oh, geez.
And I get on and I go, what the heck is that van? Why is there a van in my spot? And then, at that point, you either park in the front where the security gate is and go, hey, who's in my spot? Like, did you give my spot out?
The indignant,
how
just
dare you
horrified.
Who gave away my spot?
Right.
And I'll park in
just
B
the
lot.
fire in the belly. Who's in my
Great.
spot?
Put me in the B lot. I don't care. But I was like, who's in my spot? Who's in there? Because some people, they park in the wrong spot. It happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or somebody's in your spot and you have a later call and they're not gone yet.
Right.
That happens too.
Totally.
But I'm like, why is there a van? What's the van doing in my spot over here? They're like, oh, that's Annabelle. Like, what? Yeah. I go, Annabelle's in my spot. Can you ask Annabelle to move her van, please? Because I need to park here.
Did she come with a mobile grooming site too? Like, was it like?
No, but it was funny, dude. Because I think there were a couple Annabelles, 2 of them on set.
They always cast twins.
It was. I don't think they were twins. They might have been from the same litter, but I'm not sure. But yeah, Annabelle took my spot one day. So
that's when you know it's time to hang it up. When and you didn't. When the dog takes your spot. Yeah,
I'm still going. So.
Yeah.
That's funny though. But it was always a joy. It was always a joy, man.
Chances are that dog's no longer around, and look at you thriving.
Hey, how dare you? But it was always fun. We talk about this a little bit on our holiday show. How it was always fun for me because I never came from a big family, and to be a part of the Quartermaines during the holidays was a lot of fun because in California you didn't really see a lot of places decorated. Like, we go to the Midwest, the East Coast, and neighborhoods are decorated with lights.
Right.
Not really like that here.
No.
As much.
It just doesn't.
So it was always cool because fall has always been my favorite season, as yours. But it would, I would be like, oh, it's fall, and then you see Kelly starting to get decorated with fall leaves and the trees outside, and you kind of felt it a little bit like, and then you're doing Thanksgiving with the Quartermaines, and it's family and it's fun. And then, John Barandino, Dr. Hardy read the Christmas story, night before Christmas at the hospital, and the crew would bring their kids in their pajamas and stuff. So you started to feel, it did feel like the holidays there. Well,
especially
100%.
if you're spending like long days there too, like it does become the world you're immersed in, even, you're spending so much time there. Yeah. Like,
and then, they get into the Christmas decorations and stuff. It's just, it was always fun.
Yeah.
Always has a spot in my heart, for those times.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Them, so, yeah.
Well, and we do like to share those stories when we go out on the road. So we're excited to do that this weekend. So thank you everybody for listening.
You guys are awesome.
Another reminder to go to dailydrama.com, get on the email list so you can be eligible for our cool giveaways. And
super cool, by the way.
Yeah,
it's good to be here. It's good to be here at dailydrama.com. It's good to have a home. It's good to have a place to share content,
That's right.
But always check it because we're going to share some content from the road this weekend.
Yes.
But we appreciate you guys and we appreciate your support. So
yes. All right.
Thank you.
Have a great one, everybody.